Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to present all of you Mrs. Enny-Tully's fifth grade class. They are in Queensbury, New York, at the Queensbury, or their Barton building, their intermediate building. Over this school year, the students have been working extremely hard to spread kindness and bring smiles to the faces of people worldwide. Mrs. Enny-Tully is part of the DigCit Institute's first Global IMPACTOR cohort, and she took time to brainstorm with their class ways to use technology for good. She wanted her students to think about what it means to be good, positive digital citizens. And boy, are they amazing digital citizens. They decided what they wanted to do to be a global impactor was to create digital cards using a tool called Buncee. And Buncee is a fantastic tool for them to use because it allows them to use their creative skills and create amazing designs. They created images, they wrote beautiful words, they used their own voice and video, and even created their own audio files on the Buncee platform. Buncee was even kind enough to create their own sticker. So you can see it on the screen in the pink heart. It uses their hashtag that they created themselves called Kiddos Catapulting Kindness. So they have their own hashtag. You can follow them on Twitter about how they are spreading kindness globally. They created these Buncees and then they put them on Buncee boards and they shared these worldwide. Their Buncee boards have been viewed over 22,000 times. They also stitched their cards together and they created videos that they also sent out. Mrs. Enny-Tully's students have created kindness by sending these Buncees to seniors in nursing homes, to the staff in nursing homes, to Red Cross workers, just to name a few of the people that they've touched with these programs. I'm going to turn it over now to Mrs. Enny-Tully and her class so they can share all of the amazing things that they've done. And they're going to also share what they think it means to be a good digital citizen. Sending it over to you, Mrs. Enny-Tully.
Thank you, Mrs. Guion. I am Maddox, and I'm from Kiddos Catapulting Kindness, and this is our slide with my classmates' Buncees on it. Thank you. First up, Taryn.
I catapulted to others to spread kindness, also to bring people up during this hard time. It made me feel like I did something good in the world. It means to me to be a digital citizen, to be kind online, let people know that they are supported.
Thank you, Taryn. Next up, Sam.
Feels good to know we are making people happy. Next, we are donating to the Salvation Army. We are asking our school to help us donate.
Thank you, Sam. Next up, Riley.
What I did here is make people happy and give them a pick-me-up. I feel really good when I do this stuff because I get to hear the joy from the people we give these to. What it means to be a digital citizen is to be helpful and kind. So this is how you bring joy but digital.
Next, thank you, Riley. Next, Riley.
What I did is make these Buncees for Red Cross volunteers to help people in need. It makes me feel good because I gave these Buncees to Red Cross volunteers to help people around the world. What it means to be a digital citizen is being inclusive, informed, engaged, balanced, and alert.
Thank you, Riley. Next up, Peyton.
I gave people a good day and a smile. It makes me feel good because I made another person feel good. It means to be a good digital citizen is being nice to someone or engaged.
Thank you, Peyton. Next up is Michaela.
I made a Buncee for the Red Cross volunteers that help people after natural disasters. It made me feel happy because I was making others feel good. In order to be a digital citizen is to be a good person.
Thank you, Michaela. Next, Maddox. Okay. It makes me feel good when we send these Buncees to people. Digital citizen means to be a good person. Next, we will be catapulting personal health care items to the local Salvation Army. Thank you, Max. And next, Lily.
We made buncees and sent them to seniors at nursing home, and we also sent them to buncees or nursing home workers. When I sent those buncees, it made me feel amazing because I knew that we made someone smile. Being a digital citizen means to me that you're making someone's day brighter or sending a smile to put on someone's face.
Thank you, Lily. Next up, Kendall.
We have been making these for people who have been going through rough times. It makes me feel good knowing that I'm making other people happy. Being a digital citizen means to be inclusive, informed, engaged, balanced, and to be alert. Our next plan is to donate personal care items to the Salvation Army. We are even getting our school involved.
Thank you, Kendall. Next, Granta.
We are helping the Salvation Army by asking our school to donate. To be a digital citizen is to be nice to everyone. It feels good helping other people.
Thank you, Granta. Next, Grancy.
What it means to be a digital citizen is to be kind to others online. Our way of being a digital citizen is to capitalize the people that are helping our whole community, people who just need love and kindness.
Thank you, Granty. Next, Gabe.
Okay, so making people happy during this time makes me feel good because I'm making people feel good. Do you know what a digital citizen is? It means not to get in trouble online and to comment good things on someone's post and think before you post.
Thank you, Gabe. Next up, Z.
What I did was make cards to make people happy and feel better. This makes me feel good. What it means to be a digital citizen means is to be kind to people.
Next, thank you, Z. Next, Marley.
The project was about trying to make them smile. It made me feel really good that I was giving people kindness. What it means to be a digital citizen is to give kindness and comfort to other people while online.
Thank you, Marley. Next up, Ava.
I catapulted kindness to many people, including nursing home heroes, American Red Cross, healthcare workers, and nursing home residents. I hope that I can help many more people in need. It makes me feel good to help those in need. Being a digital citizen means to be kind to others. Next, we are planning to catapult personal care items to people in need.
Thank you, Ava. Next up, Chad.
We have sent inspirational buncees to heroes across the world. What it means to be a digital citizen is to be smart online, don't provoke people online, and always think before you speak. This program has meant a lot to me and the people we are doing it for. When I make one of these buncees, I know I'm helping someone in need of encouragement after going through extremely tough times.
Thank you, Charles. Next up, Aiden.
What I did was I created a page for Red Cross volunteers to show how kind and respectful they are, and I also thank them for all they do. What it means to be a digital citizen is to be safe and alert with what you're doing, also being balanced from being on and offline, engaged, informed, and inclusive, like hanging out with others online. Making this made me feel nice knowing that I was sending them to volunteers that were helping people in need.
Thank you, Aiden. The people that sadly couldn't be here today were Aaliyah, Aiden, and Tara. Thank you for your support, and those were our slides.
Mary Beth, Mary Alice, you need to unmute.
That was absolutely outstanding. I can't thank you enough for sharing your creativity. Those buncees were visually stunning, but even more than visually stunning, the meaning behind people. Can you repeat all the different places that were recipients of these messages?
The places that we sent to, she wants to know.
We have sent these bunties to the Red Cross volunteers, seniors, and nursing home workers. We have also sent bunties to COVID-19 patients.
Well, I can tell you, I know, because I requested. This has been a really hard time for so many people, and to receive kiddos help me on this one. Catapulting kindness. I requested if you'd send one to my mom, and I know that your classroom did. So I know from personally how much this meant, but I'd love to hear from your school community is here cheering you on as well. Their thoughts.
My name is Gwen Tosh. I'm the principal, and I know our assistant principal's here, our director of technology is here, and we just know how special we really pride ourselves with affecting the community, but they've really gone to the next level to globally impact the community as well, and I know we are all super proud of them. They're Spartitude times a million, and they were just on the morning announcements again this morning with their next project. So it's been, Mrs. Enny-Tully's done a fantastic job along with Lori and Mr. Luthringer about really seeing this project to fruition. And we couldn't be more proud of all the students in the classroom and in this building.
Do you want to describe what Spartitude is for those that are not part of the Queensbury community?
Yeah, so Spartitude is part of our character education program. And if you can see behind me, that is Barton the Spartan. And it is the values of being respectful, being responsible, being safe, being cooperative, and being a problem solver. And this building has worked really hard for the past 10 to 15 years. We were a National School of Character in 2018. And this really aligns with our core values and really bringing it to a global aspect of it and really taking our values in our school and community and really emphasizing them, especially during these past few years with what we're living through. And Mrs. Enny-Tully has always been able to reach out to local nursing homes and local organizations, but this has really given her and her students a platform to affect so many more people than we could have even anticipated.
Can we hear that number again? How many times those Buncees have been viewed? Because that's pretty outstanding.
Yes, it was 22,370 or something along those lines. But it's so much more than just that number too, because they also stitched them together to create videos, and they sent those videos out as well. So that's just the tip of the iceberg on how many people they touched. And just like you, Mary Alice, I was able to send the Buncees to my mother, and she sent them out to people in her senior community, and they loved them. It really was special. They loved seeing the personal messages, and it really did bring a smile to many faces.
You know, I think the big question is, how do we, like a classroom watching this, whether they're watching us live now or they're going to watch this after the fact, how do you get started? Like, where for a classroom that might be, I don't know even where to begin, especially on my journey about digital citizenship, as well as how to use technology for good. But that idea of you are living your school's mission, but you did something extraordinary. So from the classroom's perspective, I would love to hear, how do we inspire other classrooms in other school communities to be just like you?
Well, I'll start just by saying Mrs. Guion has been totally essential in this entire program. So having a Mrs. Guion is a great resource. So thanks to Mrs. Guion, and my students say it all the time, Mrs. Guion helped us, Mrs. Guion helped us. So totally having a Mrs. Guion help and support along the way has been essential. But I've got to tell you, this program has really been from the kiddos, and they have really, taken pride and come up with every idea that we've done. So really letting the kiddos decide, who they want to touch and how they want to reach them has really been great. And Buncee's been a great platform for us to be able to do that. But now they're going beyond Buncee and going right into our community and saying, where are the needs in our community? And it was 100% kiddo inspired that we reach out to the Salvation Army and see what they need to support our local community. And they've really spearheaded. They went to Mrs. Kosh for permission to involve the school in this, and they have totally taken this as their own initiative. So it's really great. I would suggest to teachers who want to get their classes, see what the kiddos want to do and see how they want to impact their world. And kiddos, does anybody have an idea about how other kids can make an impact? Jazz, come on.
Come on up and tell them so they can hear you.
Recycle stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you want them to take care of the earth as well. Anybody else?
I can tell you when we one of the students came up with the idea to send to the Red Cross volunteers, it was really aimed around the kiddos wanting to help with the disaster relief that was going on in Texas currently at that time with the major flooding that they had. So I can say that it really comes from, current events and what's going on and what they're seeing in the community and how they can help.
Well, it really comes down to identifying problems, real problems in your community and solving them. And that's exactly, what you're modeling for us. And, last week, another one of our student showcases was about a classroom elephant in kindergarten in Scotland who had inspired another actually kindergarten elephant in Alabama. And through technology and using technology for good, was able to do this job shadow where you're learning about what this classroom elephant is doing in Scotland and then making it your own. Because what I'm seeing right now and what I'm hearing is this is just the very beginning of another classroom saying, I want to catapult kindness. I want to be part of these kiddos. And I look at this as skipping stones in this ripple effect. And what you are doing right now is so incredible. And I am so proud that you took this, your teacher, your school community took this risk to be part of this global cohort in January and to have a project that is so meaningful. So my heart, I feel like the Grinch. At the end of the Grinch, I think he says his heart is 10 sizes too big. And that's how I feel right now.
Yeah, we would love if others would continue to use our hashtag that we created, Kiddos Catapulting Kindness. We'd love to follow what other classes are choosing to do as well.
Well, it just made me think about that classroom elephant in Scotland and then how, your words and your actions really do matter and how that made an impact on another classroom. And then they kind of took that idea and they made it their own. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this continues to expand and what happens when these fifth graders go off. Is this the end at this school or do they go to another school next year?
They head off to the middle school at the end of the year. Yes.
Oh, well, I hope they continue to come back and see you and tell, stories about how they continue to catapult this kindness in other ways because they've just built this beautiful foundation. And I am so proud that we were able to hear your entire project from the idea of it to how many lives that you have positively influenced.
Oh, they're not done yet, Mrs. Curran. They're not done yet. They've got ideas. These kids have ideas, I tell you.
Well, I am going to be along as one of, add me to a long list of cheerleaders along the way.
Awesome.
So thank you. I know that I can tell you we've got a great view from, you missed some of the comments. I might even just go back so you can see, because while you were presenting your slides so that the students get to see some of the comments that came in, I don't know if you were able to see them. So I'm just going to pop them up so that you can see some of the comments.
We weren't able to see anything because our Chromecast shut off right at the beginning of the presentation. And I bet you didn't even notice because the kiddos, we just kept going. I went like this and they just kept going and they went with it. So we couldn't even see our slides. We could only see them on the small Chromebook instead of on the big screen. So we would love to see what people said because we had no idea.
So here are just some of them. So I do know from all around the United States, but even we've got Kuwait was able to be a live audience as well. So here are just some of those comments. And then I think I caught up. I think that at that point, some of the comments that I shared, you were not sharing your screen anymore. So thank you for everybody that joined us live. Lori, you want to end up saying anything at to wrap us up?
Sure. I'm just smiling a lot here. I have this permagrin because these students are just so amazing, and I am so proud of all of you and the work that you did. And I think it's really great that you're doing this in a math class. I think we should point that out, that it belongs everywhere. Digital citizenship and spreading kindness belongs everywhere. And you guys are really doing that. And I'm so very proud of everything that you've done. And let's keep this going. This is just the beginning. Let's keep this partnership going. Let's keep spreading kindness everywhere.
Wonderful. Oh, I see one more comment that I want to put in before we end our live session. Thank you all who joined us live today to support these students. I mean, this classroom is student-centered. This is like my hope and my wish for classrooms around the world, is that learning looks like this. So thank you so much.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Say bye.